this one?
This is called Aster. I forgot. I didn't look up the meaning of this.
Aster, you have one job.
Okay, it'll
to
be
make the flower.
And edit. No, I will put it in the description. But yeah, Aster. Yeah, every time I thought of this flower name, I thought of that dumb joke. Like, Aster, I hardly know her. Anyway, so I did that instead of thinking about the flower name or meaning.
Hi guys, this is Michelle.
And Elena.
She's a 3D artist.
And she's my sister.
I don't have a single note.
You need more notes.
I know. Nothing anecdotal has been happening in my life.
You need more notes.
The grandparents are coming to visit this week.
Are they related to me?
The grandparents
then do I
of
care?
Your niece and nephew, you should care.
Am I related to them even at all?
Yeah. They're your in-laws as much as they are mine. That's the way marriage works.
Oh my gosh.
Whether you had any say in it or not, you have in-laws. But they're coming here, I guess, with the excuse of seeing golf, or maybe that was their intention.
Sorry, just with the excuse of seeing golf.
Sister? No.
Like, what is he doing here? Like, the character? Like, what? Is the movie playing?
They're huge Lord of the Rings fans. Little known fact.
They love seeing golf.
No, but they are going to see golf Thursday and Friday. Stop laughing.
Just call them.
Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
And Grandpa already bought the tickets. And he's going to take Berm on one day and then Lisa on another day. But kids can get in free. But I spent today convincing them that they will not enjoy it. Because they will not.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are not going to be playing the game. You are not going to be walking around exploring things. You have to stand still in the hot, hot sun, and you have to be quiet. Because they need you to be quiet when they're focusing and hitting their... So it's like, all of these would amount to no fun at all for the kids. So I had to explain to them, it's like, okay, stand here and don't move and be all the way quiet. It's impossible. Mm-hmm. Now do that for a couple hours, but also outside and it's hot. So I think Felicity is convinced she does not want to do it. Mm-hmm. But Avery still thinks it could be fun. We'll see. I was going to show him a video of what golf is.
Ooh, show him Happy Gilmore.
No. No.
Let's just watch it. That should be the movie night movie.
When you become a mother. I'm just getting over being sick, so today is actually a good voice day for me. The last 2 days have been very scratchy. Yeah.
Gosh, I was worried that I was getting sick, but I asked Michelle how hers started, and she said it was started with a scratchy throat. So when I was feeling my eyes just were too tired and kind of irritated, it was like, well, I have been staring at a computer screen all day to prepare this video for us, so...
It's so odd for only me to get sick and not the kids or any other adults. Yeah. I feel so left out of the healthiness.
Okay. Okay, so I had a thought about making this flower. I had a hard time even starting this flower at all because I had to do 2 flowers in one weekend because I didn't schedule things out well for myself. So I did this flower and the one that will be posted next Monday, which is Morning Glory. I don't think I really prefaced this video, but it's like, this is the September birth month flower. So one of them is Aster, the other one is Morning Glory, at least according to the websites I was looking at. But I think that there are other sources that might list other flowers. I know I saw some variants here and there, so I did my best. But anyway, I realized that if I wanted to post the birth month flowers at the beginning of each month, I had to have already started and finished the flowers. And so I did both of them really quickly, and it was really stressful, but I managed to finish them all in one day. Wow. Even though I had scheduled them out for the whole week, but it was a busy week. So I had a good reason not to finish them until the very last day. But I don't like that because that's something I don't know if you read that somewhere or if I did, but it's like when you procrastinate and there isn't a consequence for your procrastination, like you still manage to finish everything in time, then it builds a pattern in your head like, oh, that means I can procrastinate the same way next week and it won't have any consequences. Like you form habits that way, and it's just like, I don't want to form a habit. I hate that this didn't have any consequences for me because I did finish it, but I also don't want to be rushing to the very last second. So we'll see. I hope I don't have any reason to procrastinate in the future. This one was a tough one. Oh yeah, so I did this flower and then with the one for next week all on the same day. Can you guess what music I was listening to? This would have been last weekend.
Was it zombies?
Good guess. Ding, 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 ding. Yay! Yeah, because the kids got into the zombies movies from Disney, and they're pretty good. Well, I haven't actually watched them, but I heard some of the songs from them, and I like 3 of the songs. So I was just listening to those on a loop, along with a song from Trolls 3. I can't remember what it's called right now.
Place?
Yeah, that one. So I just had 4 songs, 4 kind of silly genre songs, but it was like, these are all good though, just on a loop.
I like those movies. They're just wholesome and fun.
Gosh, this Aster was kind of weird to do because I looked at it, just kind of glanced through at some reference pictures, and I was like, oh, this is pretty simple. It looks kind of like a daisy, just like some petals all surrounding this center thing and not a big deal. But then when I took a further closer look at it, it was like, oh my gosh, no, there's like a whole bouquet at the center of this flower. It's like mini florets that are just on this disc in the center. It's like, okay, so the petals aren't a big deal, the leaves aren't a big deal, but I do have to do all this work here. Ugh.
And then you zoom it again, and it's just...
No! Yeah, I feel like either those things detach, and that is what blooms into a new flower. I don't know. It's like I can model flowers, but I don't know the process of flowers and how they turn into more flowers. Yeah, but part of what I was doing when I was procrastinating was crocheting, because Emma is moving back. Like, she's been in Japan for the last year, and she's coming back to the USA. I was gonna say California. I was like, they don't care that she lives in California.
I thought you were gonna say the States. That's what I was finishing in my head.
So Emma's gonna come back to the States.
Oh!
Anyway, so I wanted to make her a welcome home little... A
gift?
goodie bag, a welcome home gift. I don't know. So I crocheted her a fun baggy cardigan, and I'm also knitting her some socks. And if I have time, I will make her another thing, but I'm not sure if I'll have time because I want to just get it sent to her as soon as she has a place. So we'll see. And Emma, if you're listening to this, shh, you don't know anything about this. But yeah, sometimes it can be so addicting to just only crochet. And when you have a goal in mind, it's just like, well, I want to complete it. And it's easier to crochet than it is to think about how to arrange all these florets on top of the Aster center thing.
Oh, that's what you were doing instead of this?
Yeah.
I see.
It's more fun.
When is that leaf gonna not be shooting through the flower?
That's intentional.
Is it supposed to be?
Yeah, I looked at a lot of reference of Aster flowers, and it's kind of hard to tell. Like, some of the leaves look really different depending on what species of the flower it is. But there was one particular reference that just looked so cute. It was just like the leaves were all up in the petals and just couldn't mind their own business, and I wanted to mimic it.
Huh.
So that's very much on purpose.
Okay.
The geometry will not be splicing through itself at that point, but it is for now because it's just blocked out.
I love that center. So much is going on, but it's fun.
And I did my fun little magic thing of like, I placed it in one view, and then I went back to the 3D view, and whoa, they were all placed so beautifully and perfectly. You didn't even see it happen.
Yeah, it looked a little bit haphazard. Now it looks really good.
Yeah, it took so much time, and I didn't want to keep sitting through it. So we've been reading.
I was thinking about books.
Yeah, we have a book club book we read with our mom. Right now we've been trying to go for, like, not quite so cozy mysteries. It's just that, like, we don't want to read anything that's inappropriate, like, with our mother and with our sister. So it's like we've been trying to just go for, like, cozy mysteries are pretty, like, PG. They keep things clean, and the mysteries aren't, like, horrific and, like, sad to talk about as a group. But they're also kind of cheesy. We just read this one that was like, I don't know, like, there's this whole category of, like, cooking-themed murder mysteries, like cozy murder mysteries. And so this one was like a chocolate chip murder mystery, and it was a big series. I think there were at least 20 books. And I don't know, we read the first one and it seemed like it had good enough reviews and we thought we maybe would like it, but it was, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything rude, but it was just not our cup of tea. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so then we usually alternate between a murder mystery and, for a while we were doing like murder mystery and the classic, but these days I think that we're just doing murder mystery fantasy. Yes. Just going back and forth, because we have the Howl's Moving Castle books, or that book, and then there are 2 more in that series, and I think the next book we read is either going to be that one or K.M. Shea, and so we're just enjoying those. But anyway, after reading the chocolate chip murder mystery book, it was like, that didn't satisfy my hanker for an actual murder mystery. Like, it was just kind of silly, and it didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. So we're reading this other one that I'll be done with murder mysteries after this one. It's fine, but it's also like, it's not a series we're going to stick with. I keep wishing that we could find a series that is stick-withable, you know?
Yeah, we had high hopes with a lot of things. We've read a lot of books together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the best ones that we're still, like, more so on the cozy side, but we still liked them, were the Lana Lee ones. What are those called?
Oh, Death by Dumplings.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like they have a title with them.
Take Out Murder. I don't know. Yeah. But those ones are good. It's just that it's... I think I was talking about this in our last book club. It's like, it's impossible to stay in an enclosed community and keep it realistic enough. It's like, I don't think anyone would believe her if she like kept coming up to them and is like, okay, Lana, we know you're investigating this murder and you probably think I'm a suspect. Okay, cool. Anyway, it's like, that's always going to be the same in all these little closed communities, murder mysteries. So even though we really liked the Lana Lee series, we could only read like 5 or 6 books of it before it just got old, which is too bad because it was nicely written.
Yeah. I just finished a book that I was reading with Berm that's by K.M. Shea as well, but by her alternate persona, the A.M. Soma. And it was good. It was all about her being stuck in a virtual reality MMO game. But it's a 5-book series eventually, but there are only 3 out right now. And K.M. Shea is having some mental health requirements that she take a long hiatus in writing. So I won't be able to finish it for years and years. But she does intend to come back to it eventually, so we're not lost forever, just for a while. So I'm in the debate, like, are we going to keep reading it and just read the 3 and be sad? Or stop now and be sad? Gosh. Is it better to have more to lose out later and have a bigger hang cliffer? Or to just stop before you're too invested, but know you want more?
Man. Or you're like me and you... Because I did this with Stranger Things, where I was just like, oh, I'm not going to watch, what is the one that came out recently? I think season 3 or 4. I think it was 4, where it was split in 2. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to watch it until the second half of the season comes out. And then even when it did come out, I still didn't watch it. So maybe you'll wait for years and still not be, you'll lose interest.
No. Because that's the thing, is like, K.M. Shea, she wrote this other series that's going to have 6 books eventually. I read the first 3 thinking it was a trilogy, and knowing it wasn't ending when I was getting closer and closer to the end. And then there is a 4th book out now, but I have not read the 4th book, so I'm going to wait until they're all out because it was so hard to stop at the 3rd one. But it's like, I know the 4th one has this scene that I was, like, the pivotal scene that I was so excited for that I wasn't getting with the 3rd book. Anyway, I want to wait, and I will come back to it. I'm thinking about it constantly and sad, so I will never forget. Mm-hmm. But, like, with movies or shows, rather, I don't want to watch it until it's all the way done. And if it's not a satisfying ending, I'll just never want to watch it in the first place. Yeah. But if I watch it and I'm up to date and there aren't more and it's not finished, I'm going to have to watch it from the beginning once more seasons come out. And that's irritating for some people. So, like, I won't remember stuff that happened in the beginning, so I can't just start from season 5 if it's been a year. Have to start from the beginning again. Books are different, though. I feel like I can just jump into the book more easily. But sorry, that was a big tangent.
I feel like I had something. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a joke at some point. You're already annoyed by, like, oh, you don't have to worry about finishing the book series. Like, if you get really wistful, you can just watch Sword Art Online.
Oh,
same thing.
Huh, exactly.
For those who are curious, her book series is basically like Sword Art Online, but probably a little bit better executed, I think. Because I think season 2 of Sword Art Online got kind of weird, but I didn't watch all the way through, so I don't know. Read Cambridge, I guess. I don't really have any people who are watching this video. There are probably going to be like 3 views on this. But I have this weird scar on the back of my hand, and it never really heals to be just like soft skin. It always feels a bit like a scab, and I've had it for over a year at this point. And every time I just get impatient and I like scratch it off, it has to heal again, and it never heals into an actual scar. So if anyone's listening, which no one is, but if anyone has any advice, and like I've tried putting like Vaseline on it, which is supposed to be really good for skin, and I don't know, it doesn't really do anything. Even like I had it under a Band-Aid with Vaseline on it for like a week straight one point, and it still resolved into just like a kind of scab feeling. So give me some advice, folks of the internet.
Did you use the vitamin E oil?
I did not.
Try that.
Okay.
I was putting that on the kids' toenails for a while.
TMI.
And then I stopped. It's vitamins to help their splitty toenails. For some reason in my head, I keep trying to think of Teen Wolf anecdotes.
Yeah. Even right now, I was trying to think of some Mulan anecdotes. Like, just things that we've done that relate to some flowers.
Well, speaking of Mulan, I showed the kids Mulan 2. Did we talk about that?
We've not talked about it.
We also watched Little Mermaid 2, and I was thinking about showing them Pocahontas 2. But they really liked Mulan 2. Mm-hmm. And if anyone's seen it, it's kind of cheesy and not as good as Mulan.
Yeah, Shell was saying, you were saying something eloquently about how, like, it's a shame that, you know, they came out with the sequel for Mulan only maybe like 5 years after the first one came out, but it was targeted to a younger age group probably. So it's like everyone who enjoyed Mulan couldn't really be at the right mindset to enjoy Mulan 2. Mm-hmm. So that's too bad. But the kids right now, they're 4 and 6, so like they're at a good age to enjoy Mulan 2.
Yeah, they even requested one of the songs.
Yeah,
too.
I liked that.
But yeah, like if they had come out with Mulan 2 first, maybe we'd have liked that one and then liked Mulan when we were a little older.
I feel like if they came out with Mulan 2 first, they wouldn't have been able to get a sequel. Like, it wouldn't have been good enough.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, we were expecting this light, cheerful movie, and instead it was a little more mature.
There's a war.
Yeah. There are arrows being shot around.
Yeah. Yikes.
It only takes one to deliver a message. Maybe we would have understood all the things.
Maybe. Although some things you don't have to be too old. Sometimes you won't understand no matter what age you are.
Mm-hmm. What other sequels are there?
Yeah, I was trying to think of more.
I feel like Pocahontas 2 was still good.
Okay. I feel like, okay, there was Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3. Which one was which? Like, one of them was, it involved one of her stepsisters a lot. But then a different one involved her planning the party for the castle.
I didn't remember the other one, but the third one is when the stepsister gets the wand, and one of the stepsisters really likes the baker.
Yeah.
That's the third one. So the second one is when she's trying to make food for the feast.
Okay.
And yeah, gosh, now I'm thinking, is that a different movie entirely, where she's trying to make... I feel like this is a book of Sleeping Beauty where she's making chocolate pudding for the king, and then people are saying no, that you can't.
That is Cinderella.
It is Cinderella. Okay,
because that is the one thing I remember about it. He's like obsessed with prune pudding or something, and she wants to make something with chocolate. And yeah, everyone advises her not to. I think he says so himself, that the only dessert allowed to be there is prune something or other.
Doesn't it like get dumped on him, so he has to taste it?
Yeah. It's like, I think he had just never tried chocolate before and didn't know it was just good. Like a toddler.
Yeah, I think that's the one where the fairy godmother was making a book and all the mice were like helping her tell stories. Or was that the third one?
I can't remember. See, I remembered that it was the redheaded sister with the baker, but I don't remember anything else about it for the third one.
I think it was the other sister that stole the wand and was trying to make it so that Cinderella never went to the ball or something as well. It was a whole thing. But then it was like the nice stepsister that was trying to get the baker, like Cinderella was helping her with that. She was the one that like saved the day in the end, was like making her sister not take the wand.
Gosh.
We'll see when we watch it. I feel like I liked it.
Yeah, Shell also, I think because of watching zombies, Shell was thinking that like maybe High School Musical would be something of interest for the kids. Because I think we talked about it, we mentioned it offhand, or maybe they just saw
There's
School Musical
music
on the
playing
radio.
on the TV or the car all the time. They're like,
Yeah.
what's this from? What's this from?
Yeah, so they were interested in watching High School Musical, and they started it out, but that's not really of interest. It's like the zombies movies are of interest for a 4 and 6-year-old, so that's cool. And High School Musical is not.
Yeah, I feel like there's more songs than zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And like all the characters are dressed in a fun way. Like to keep, they all have dyed hair and stuff. They're always doing silly things.
Yeah.
Whereas High School Musical is too like, I don't know, realistic. Just
Yeah.
kids in the high schools where lots of scenes.
Totes.
Not so relatable for kiddos.
Gosh, it's like I didn't watch any of the zombies movies with them because I always leave. But I heard the songs enough because they were just playing on a loop for 1 week, and so I sought out all the music videos or just like the clips from the movies to listen to all the songs. And so I got to see some, like a lot of stuff out of context, but I saw a lot of the fashion like you were talking about, and it seemed like Zed, like even if he's wearing new clothes, they have to be ripped and like tattered in some type of way. Like he was wearing a tuxedo, like a new suit for his interview, but it was like all ripped up or like distressed looking. So it's like that's the zombie style. I didn't even watch the movie, and let me tell you all about it.
Well, you're the one that noticed all the zombies had Z's in their name.
Oh yeah.
And then all the werewolves have W's all in their name, and then the aliens all have A.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're coming out with the Zombies 4 that's going to have vampires. And yes, all the vampires have V's.
Gosh, how many V names can you even think of? Vlad, Vanessa.
Velma.
Okay. Valentine.
Ooh.
Valentina.
But I mean, with the zombies,
Oh
they
yeah,
have
it's like
Z's
in the middle. Avery.
Yes.
We'll get there. Who else is excited for Zombies 4?
I think it's coming out next year. But sequels, I feel like I was thinking of another sequel. I was thinking about Swan Lake? Not Swan Lake. Is that Swan Lake?
It might be the one with the girl.
Swan?
She has blonde hair.
Or Swan Princess?
I feel like it's Swan Lake. Well, I'll put it in the description, guys.
It is Swan Lake, the story, but I feel like, is that even what it's called? Anyway.
I don't know. You're wondering if that has a sequel? Or if just watching
Well,
that in
I
general?
just remember, I think I only have the third one with my collection of DVDs for some reason.
Gosh, there is a third one.
There was a third one, yeah. Oh, yeah, and we were just thinking, like, it would be fun to show the kids all the Barbie movies. I looked online, and I couldn't see them being free anywhere. So I don't want to pay $4 each one. I might have some still.
Oh my gosh.
In my collection.
Yeah, I think it would be strange if you didn't.
I know I have Mariposa.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if we'll remember any of the songs. We would from The Princess and the Pauper.
Yes.
There are other things. Ta-da!
Oh, beautiful. We will talk more about our Barbie knowledge next time.
Yeah. Remind us if we forget. All right, see you guys next Monday for Morning Glory.
Thanks for watching. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
Bye.